All right, welcome back, everybody. So this is our day 7. So we have congratulations to anybody who has started from day 1 down to day 6, and this is day 7. I know that you have faced so many challenges and you have been able to conquer them. That makes you a developer. That is why people will pay you. That's why somebody will employ you. All right, so keep it up. So if you have actually done from day 1 to day 6, I want you to type in the comment section. I have completed day 1 to day 6. Drop it in the comment section. And if this is your first time of coming here, please check the playlist. All right, 30 days fintech app. Check the playlist. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because there's a lot of videos, a lot of tutorial videos. Okay, so whether you're a beginner, whether you're using your mobile phone, whether you're whatever level you are, we have a couple of playlists that is for you. So drop in the comment section. Tell us your level. Tell us your level of experience in web development. Are you a beginner? Are you an intermediate? Are you looking for, you want to build portfolio projects so that you can actually get a job? Just tell us your level, okay? If you have built any application before, also tell us, okay? So today we'll be building a transaction categorized API. So remember, this is brought to you by the Global Genius. The Global Genius is actually my online platform where I have students who learn online. I have all these things we are doing here. I have them taught in the best possible way for you to understand. Okay, so if you really want to master web development, if you want to master web development, drop in the comment section, okay? And drop your WhatsApp number in the comment section. I will contact you. All right. So now, what are we building today? We are going to create the backend API to add transaction. Remember that this is a fintech application. That means users have to make some transaction. When you do transfer, when you do that, when you buy this, when you buy airtime, all those things are transactions. So we are going to actually create an API that can help users to make transactions. We would also create an AI system that will categorize the expenses. So let's say now a user pays for electric bill, electricity bill. So our AI is going to categorize that transaction. It will categorize it as, it is bills, or a user actually um, bought shawarma or went to a supermarket and used our app to make payment. The AI system will categorize the kind of transaction they did. So once we have done that, we will not store the categorized transaction in our MongoDB. So this is going to be fun. Then we also have the OpenAI prompt to classify spending. So this is going to be fun. So now, if you really want to become job ready, I know that some of you are, you have been taking tutorials, but you have not made it to that level of, oh, I can go and look for a job. Or if I see an interview that says full stack developer, you've not been able to do that. You need to subscribe to this mentorship program. It's a 1 month mentorship program, 30 days. Okay, it's a 30 days mentorship program. You will build this fintech application, you're going to build it, and you will get guidance in case you have any issues, your code is not running. You can actually contact me, okay, if you are in this mentorship. And then you're going to get crash courses for JavaScript, TypeScript, React, Next.js, Tailwind CSS, Node, Express, Prisma, and MongoDB. You're going to get all these crash courses, and it's just for 50,000 naira. I'm only taking 10 students, and this is going to end. The deadline, registration deadline will end on February 14th. The main class will start on March 1st. Okay, so I don't know the time you will be watching this video. Whatever time you'll be watching this video, if you're still interested in this mentorship class, drop in the comment section that you want to join the mentorship class. In 30 days, I'm going to help you become job ready, build application that would actually count in your portfolio. Okay, so we are going to have a user can add transactions. All right, let's assume now a user bought shawarma and coke. So this is the transaction description, right? So this is actually going to, our AI system is actually going to categorize it as food. So if a user pays for electricity bill, our AI system will categorize it as bills. All right. So let's go on and see what we do. So the first thing we are going to do is to update our Prisma. So let us go and add transaction model. We already have user, we have wallet. So let us go and add the transaction model. So this is what we are going to add. Okay. So the model is transaction, and we are going to add ID, username, amount, description, and blah, blah, blah. So let's go. I will go and open my fintech app from here. I will open it from here. And then, okay, so I will minimize it. Sorry. I will minimize it. Okay. So I will minimize it. Now, if I go to my Prisma schema.prisma, so I'm going to add, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to collapse all this. Then I'm going to copy this, all right? Then I will make some changes. So instead of user, it's transaction. Oops, sorry. It's transaction. The model is transaction. Okay, so ID is string and the default is this, so the default is okay. Then we have username. We will have user ID, not username, and it's a string, and it is going to also have this at db.obj. So like I said, if you want to understand these things very well, you need to just subscribe to the mentorship class. You will be learning Prisma, and these are the things I will explain. All these things you see me do here, not just for you to copy code. You also need to understand what is going on here. So these are the things you will learn in the mentorship class. So the amount is going to be float. We will have description. The description is not going to be optional. They will have description. Oops, sorry. Then category. I'll take these guys off. Category will not be here. And this category is going to be optional. Okay, it's not compulsory, it's going to be optional. So our created time is default now. And then the next thing we are going to do is to create a relationship. So I'll go to the wallet module and copy that relationship we have there. It's going to be almost the same. So I will copy it, and then I'll collapse the module again. Then the relationship is going to be somewhere here. So it's user at relation. The field is user ID and it references. Okay, perfect. All right. So I hope you get it. Make sure you get it right. So the step two is let us run our migration. Once you have done this, save it, then run migration. So make sure I am going to go to Git bash. I like using Git bash. So I will go to Git bash. I will close this. But make sure, first thing first, I'm going to do Git switch. I will do Git switch and I will switch to, sorry, I will create day 7. Okay. I'll switch to day 7. Now, what do I want to do? I want to run Prisma. I want to generate Prisma generate. So I will say, I will go to backend. I will go to backend because this is our backend. I will go to backend. So make sure that you're pointing to backend. Now, I am going to say MPS Prisma generate. So is these changes that we made here now, this transaction that we added here is going to make it available for us in our code. All right. So anytime you make changes to your Prisma schema.prisma, make sure that you generate. All right. So now this is cool. The next thing we have to do is to create let's create a service that will categorize our transaction. So go to services folder, create a transaction AI.service.ts, and then get this code on board. So now I would go on, I will go to services. I'll go to services. Instead of services, I'll create a file and I will call it transaction AI dot service dot ts. Okay. Now inside here, what am I going to do? I'm going to import OpenAI. I will import open. I will import open. Give me IntelliSense. Okay, it's not giving me IntelliSense from OpenAI. Then the next thing I would just like we also had a service that was taking that generated responses for us. That's basically what we are going to still do here. So is going to be similar. So I call it OpenAI is equal to new OpenAI. So it's going to take this object. What's the API key? We are going to get our API key from process.env. I believe is open AI underscore API underscore key. Yeah, I think so. All right. So that is it. Now the next thing is to now let us create a function that will categorize our transactions. So because it will be exported, we'll say export const categorize transaction, and it's equal to an asynchronous. It's going to be an asynchronous function. All right, asynchronous arrow function. What does it take? It should take in something. It should take the description. So this function should take the description. So it's from the description. And when a user tries to do transaction, they will give us description of their transaction. From that description, we will now know. AI will now help us categorize it. So description is going to be of string. And then, of course, we will now call await open AI chats dot chat. So dot completion, and it will take this object. Sorry. It's a function like this that will take this object. All right. What did I get wrong? Okay, dot create. Completions dot create. Okay. So it will take the model. It will first of all take the model. The model we are using is um, okay. So the model we are using is the model we are using. Okay, so the model we are using is GPT 4.1 mini, 4.51 mini, and what is wrong here? What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong with my code? Dot create. Okay, so maybe it's having that because okay, don't worry. So I will have message. This messages is going to be an array. So now let me take this thing down. So see the code. So let's go to the next. So this is an array. The message is an array that will take two objects. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So the first object is going to be row, and the first row here is going to be system. So this is the one that would do a save. This is the one that will handle the whole thing, and then the content is um, just make sure you have this. I can put it in here. So I can use this like this so that I can put it. I can say you categorize financial. We would also have a crash course on OpenAI. All right, because all these things I'm doing here, you might not really understand what I'm doing here, but I don't have that luxury of time to actually start explaining everything here. That is what we'll do in the crash course that we have. So you would categorize transaction into word, one word categories, one word categories like food, bills, um, yeah, if you have not seen this kind of string that I'm using here, it is called this string literal. Okay, so bills, transport, shopping, then entertainment, health, what else? Education. Okay, I'll take this back here. Okay, seems like education and others. Okay, so education and others. All right, so that is the first message object there. The second one now will be, okay, so there should be a comma here. The second one now would also now be, the role is going to be user. Role is going to be user, and then the content is going to, so this is the prompt we are giving it now. So I'm also going to use template literal again. I'll say categorize this transaction, and then I will use this template literal uh, description. So let me expand this so that you will see. Then after it, we are going to return completions. No, not that kind of, not that one. Completion. I have completion. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now this await is returning a function. So I'm going to save it in constant completion. Okay, is equal to this. So if I come here now, it will be completion dot choices. We take the first choice in the array, then dot message dot content uh, question mark this trim. We are trimming it. Okay, so that's what we have here. Okay, so now look at the full code here. Like I said the other time, my GitHub repo, you already have my GitHub repo already. So you can actually go and get all these things there. Okay, so this is the full code here. Sorry about this, we're not using this at all. Okay, so now this is the full code. So this is the function that will categorize our transaction. I'm going to save it. So let's go to the next step. The code, if you want it, it will be available in my GitHub. So I believe in previous class, I dropped my GitHub. I also dropped my GitHub repo here, okay, in the description. So let us go and create the controller function, the function that will handle our logic when it comes to categorizing stuff. So go to controllers, create a transaction.controller file, transaction.controller, right? .ts. I hit enter. Okay, so let me drop the code here. So we are going to get requests from, okay, this is the first set of the code. Okay, so now let's go. This code is also available, like I said, is available. Now, first thing first, I'm going to import, I will import type request from Express response from Express. The next thing I will do is that I will import Prisma because we will be talking to the database with Prisma. Then I would import the service that categorizes for us, categorize transaction. All right, we'll import it because we'll be using it. Now, let us now create the transaction controller that will function that will handle creating of transactions. Create transaction. So it's going to be an asynchronous function. Okay, and it will take the rec of request. It will take the res of request of response. Okay, so it's an arrow function, and I'm going to put it in a try catch block. All right. So while everything is okay, we want to destructure. Want to destructure amount. Sorry. We want to destructure amount and then description because that's what we are expecting from our front end. We want to destructure it from rec.body. Okay, so that's cool. After we do that, so okay, now there is something. Okay, um, we are going to be making use of the user ID, and if you remember, there was this auth request that I had in our middleware. So I'm actually going to change this request here to be of type auth request. Uh, request. All right, so I'm going to take this one out. We no longer need it. So my bad. Because we will be needing, if you remember, we actually added in this, we used this auth request was extending the normal request from Express, and we added this the user ID. So once any endpoint or any that passes the auth middleware, there will be injection of what's it called again, the user ID. So that is where I'm going to get, I will say const, I want to get the user ID, and I'm going to get it from the request object has the user ID. But the thing is that it could be undefined. So I'm going to typecast it to be a string. All right, so we have our user ID now. So let's continue. So that is it for now. So let's go to the next page. So now let us create, well, first of all, before we go on to create the transaction, we'll first of all get the categorized transaction from our OpenAI. You know, we had a function that helped us do that. So for us to get a category, we have to say await categorized transaction. Okay, categorize transactions. Then we give it the description. That's what it's expecting. So when we give it the description, it will AI will categorize it for us and return. So let us save whatever it is going to return as category. All right, like this. So after that, once we have gotten the category, then we are now going to create this what's it called again, the transaction. Well, let us store it in the database. So I'll say await. I will use Prisma.transaction, okay, dot create. All right, you take this object and ask us for the data. So the data is what we are going to provide. So we give it amount, yes. We'll give it description, yes, and we'll give it category, yes. In as much as the category is undefined. So okay, so amount here was spelled wrongly. Okay, so what else do you want? Data. Data says this category could be undefined. So it's possible that, look at this category could be undefined. So that is why we are having this error. Yeah, you see the beauty of TypeScript. If it was JavaScript, now JavaScript will allow this error. And when you start running your code, you start having issues. But right, TypeScript have pointed it out to me that this category can also be undefined. So, but even in our database is so let me check the real error message. It says amount definition category string on the is not assignable to. Okay, so okay, sorry. We need to add user ID. My bad, my bad, my bad. Yes, it expects user ID too. So that means there's one more to go. What are we not giving it? The type amount description, this is not assignable to. Where is my mistake coming from? The property category are incompatible. Type string or this is not assignable to type or not. Okay. Okay, so this category could be string or undefined, but we are having this to be null, string or null. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to typecast whatever we return from the category transaction. I will typecast it as string. Make everybody rest. Okay, so I think it makes sense now. All right, so it's no longer crying. See, this is the beauty of TypeScript. Because so you see me, it was flagging some things as error, but if it was pure JavaScript, it will not flag it as error. But when you will not find yourself, you will not find yourself in a deep shit when you started running your code. That will be disastrous. Okay? So once we have created the transaction, we want to store the transaction in another variable called transaction. So is equal to this. And then once we are done with that, all right, what do we want to do? Is everything okay? Okay. Yeah, the catch block is coming later. So once everything is okay, I will now say uh, res dot status. Even if I leave it like that, it's still the default is 200. Status.json. So I want to pass in the transaction. I could pass in this transaction as an object. I think it should be better so that the whoever that is getting this will know that okay, it's the transaction that we are working with. All right, I think this is it's actually better. I think it's cool like this. It's better this way. So now the next thing is to get the catch error to write the catch part. So now, else, as in we try catch this, and if there is any error, we want to send this to we want to tell the user there is an error. Okay, but we don't need to tell the user, we don't need to send the error to the user. We'll just say status is 500, and there is it was an internal error. So we say JSON. So we'll have an object here and a message. So let's send message to so we'll say transaction creation failed. Transaction creation failed. You can give it any error message you want. It's valid. Okay, so now we have completed the transaction control. So the next thing is for us to now go to, let's create a transaction route. You can see that everything is having pattern. We create service, we create controller, we create route. Do you understand? Then, all right, so let us create the route. The route is very simple. We have been creating a lot of routes already. So I will save this. I will go to my route folder. I will now create transaction.route. I'll create transaction.route.ts. All right. So the first thing I will do is to import the router, right? So no, import import Express. The router is in Express. Import Express. Then the next thing is to import the create transaction because we are going to use the create transaction function. All right, because that is something like our middle, our logic there for our controller. So import create transaction. Where are you? Create Didn't I export it? Okay, I exported it. Is here. So after that, the next thing is we also have to import our auth middleware because we need to secure our route. Our auth middleware have to come on board. Now, let us now create our transaction router is equal to express dot router. So that's what we have here. Now, the next thing is we now say our transaction router dot post. So whenever we get a post request that comes to this forward slash. So when we say localhost localhost 5,000. So what do we have here? All right. So like I was saying, whenever we go to API localhost 5,000 forward slash API forward slash transactions is going to come here. And once it get here, we'll use secure with middleware. After that, we will now call our create transaction, all right, to handle the request. So after that, what do? We export. So what do? We'll export, um, we'll export trans, no, sorry, we'll export default. Yeah, because this is the only thing we'll be exporting from here. We'll export default. Okay, that is cool. Now the next thing is to go to our um, server. No, not in our server, in our app.ts. Let's go and register this our route. This our route. So I will go to app.ts, go to app.ts. Okay. So register the transaction. So I'll say app.use. So whenever a user makes a request to the API slash transactions, it will be handled by the transaction router. All right, good. Everything is fine. So let us go straight to testing. So I will go back and I'll start my server. So I can even expand this now. So I can start my server. Um, npm run dev. Oh, sorry. npm run dev. It starts our server. While our server is starting, let me open my Postman. Okay. So remember that we are protecting our routes, our transactions route. So if you don't have the token, if the user does not have the token, it will throw it off. So we are going to make a transaction. Okay, so I have this endpoint already here, and then I will go to body. Um, so I already have my token here. I already have my token here. Okay, so make sure that you have your token. But if I try, okay, let me take it out. There is no token anymore. So if I go on to send this request, it will bounce back. It will reject it. It say unauthorized because I did not provide any token. But let me go back to the login and fetch my token. Um, the token should be in the login here. But even from this ask, I think I should get the token. The token should be here. So okay, but first of all, let me log in. So I'm going to log in. This is my body email and password I will send. Then I will log in to give me my token. So it was assumed when I ran that API transaction, it was assumed that I am not logged in because I didn't provide the token. It said invalid credentials. What? Okay, it's like, yeah. It's my bad. I changed my database. So let me go back. This will be okay for you. Don't do what I'm doing if your own is not did not break. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to stop my server. Then I'm going to run nps Prisma DB push. All right, I will hit enter because I changed. If I go to my env, I changed my database. I think I did that. Yes, I changed my database from FinApp DB to Fintech App DB. So it is sorting it out for me. Okay. Okay. So everything is okay now. Everything is fine. So I will go back and start the server again. So now if I go back, it's telling me that they don't have my details. So this is in an invalid credential. So okay, let's go again. So it's trying to tell me that I have not signed up in the new database. My detail is not in the new database. So let's see what we have here. All right, say invalid credential. So let me go back to the sign up and sign up. Let me go to the sign up. No, this is not sign up. Where do we have sign up? Okay, it's like we don't have sign up here. Okay, so I am going to, okay, so let me create another endpoint. So I'm going to call, it's going to be localhost sign up. So it's going to be localhost, I think, okay, instead of login, it's going to be sign up. So sign up, I will go to the body and it's going to be raw. So I'm going to give it, I will give it my email entity, and then my password, sorry, my password. Now, in our new module, in our new user module, first name, last name, and middle name are no longer compulsory. So, but we'll give the user opportunity to actually update their profile later. So I have this now. So if I click on send, it's going to create my account and return a token for me. So it has created my account and it only returned the email address. So I'll copy this token. I'll copy it, then go to my transaction, that transaction I wanted to do. I'll come back here, then I'll paste my token here. That is cool. All right, so I will go back to the body. So now you can see that I'm making a transaction here. The amount is 4,500 and I'm paying electricity bill. So now when I send this thing to our transaction AI service, okay, it's going to categorize it for us and then give us the category. Then we'll now use the category and create the main transaction and save it in our database. So if I go on now and click and send, it's going to create it for us. Okay, it will give us the amount, the description, and it will categorize for us. Say transaction creation failed. Okay. All right, so let's go and debug it. Let's go and see what is the problem. So to do this, I will just where is my, okay, I'll go to the controller. I will go to my transaction controller. This is where we had the issue. It said failed. Okay, so let me for just for because for the sake of debugging, I will send the error to the, but it's not good though. It's not good. I just want to get the error from the other side. Make sure that you remove it after. So I will go back and run again so that I can get the error here and I read the error message from here. See what is the problem. Course, not no course. Really? Oh, okay. It's part of the game. So this is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to console.log this category. Let me make sure that we got to this extent. So console.log category. Let's make sure that we actually got the category from the, let's make sure we got the category from this, our categorized transaction. So this is part of debugging. And let me show you how I debug. I am getting this error here, but I want to make sure that okay, after this level, we passed it. Then if I go to this level, I will know that the error is from down here. If not, I will know that it's from up. So I will go back again. Sorry, I will go back again. I will run again, and then I will go back to my server because that's where I'm expecting to get that. So the category is not printing. That means that might be where we have the error. So from up there, that's where we might the error might. Okay, it's still running. Oh, it's still running. Okay, it might be network. Oh, it's still running. It might just be network. Okay, so it's basically network. It's network. It's network. So you can see I didn't do any other thing. So now we have created the transaction in our database, and you can see we have it here now. So if I go to my server here, you can see it created the category for us, and the category is bills. So I'm going to take this one out. We don't need it anymore. And then this error. So the thing is that it was just error. It was just network. Okay. So now we have this, and we have finally stored it in the database. So you can see what we have done. We have used AI to categorize our users' transaction. So now, and after doing that, we now store it in the database. So you can also open your Prisma. I can go on and open my Prisma Studio. So I'm going to open it separately. I'll create another terminal, but I will go to CD backend. That's where I have Prisma. So I will say nps Prisma Studio. So it will open Prisma Studio for me. So while we are waiting for Prisma Studio to come on, now we have tested using Postman, and we use the API transactions. We use the authorization bearer with our token so that it will allow us access. So our database is up. Our studio is here. So you can see now we have transactions now. All right. And if you take a look at the transaction, we should have a transaction here. You can see the transaction we have here. So we have successfully created a transaction for our users, and then we categorized it using AI. All right. We categorize it using AI. So if you also go to the user, we only have one user, which is the sign up I made. Okay. So successfully, we have done this. Okay. Now, how does AI works here? Now, when the user submits the transaction, our backend will take the description to OpenAI. Now, when we are sending, the user is telling us the description of their transaction. So our backend will send the description to OpenAI. OpenAI will categorize it for us, predict the category. Then we'll now take the category and store in the database. Now, this will be good for data the dashboard for analytics, so that users will use it to know the kind of transactions they have been making. So in real fintech value, it helps in budget tracking, spending analytics, AI financial insight. Don't worry, as we go on, this is just day 7. Before we finish the 30, you're going to see everything. Okay, so it allows smart expense dashboard. Okay, so for beginners, exposing API key is a mistake. Not validating user token. Always use your authentication, your middleware. Don't send empty description to AI. That is why we made the description to be compulsory. And then forgetting, I'll wait for AI response. AI responses are asynchronous, so you have to wait for it before you get the response. So we were able to update our Prisma transaction model. Now we have the transaction model. We created an AI categorization service. So we have a function or a service that categorizes our users' transactions. We build the transaction API. We protect our routes with JWT, that's the auth middleware. And then we tested with Postman. So congratulations, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you comment, tell me exactly what you like about my tutorial. What do you like? What do you enjoy? And tell me, are you going to enroll into the mentorship? You need it. You need it. You need a job. Stop playing around. Get it done and go and get that job. Okay, so drop in the comment section what you enjoyed about this class. Share with your friends. Like the video if you enjoyed this class. Subscribe if you've not subscribed, turn on notification, and Type in the comment section. I'm waiting for day 8. And if you have any issues, please drop in the comment section too, or you also contact me. Okay. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next class.